Welcome to the Upside Down podcast. Upside Down is a donation-based coffee shop, art gallery, and community space located in Westwood Village, right across the street from UCLA.
We are owned and operated by a nonprofit organization called Jews for Jesus. On this podcast, you will hear anything from an interview with one of our barista staff, one of the artists exhibiting artwork in our cafe, or some of the content of our community events in the space.
I'm Ben, and I'm one of the managers of Upside Down and one of the hosts on this podcast.
And I'm Rachel, and I'm the media assistant for Upside Down and also one of the hosts on this podcast.
We hope that you'll come visit us here at the cafe.
Or you can visit us online at upsidedown.com. Now, let's get into the podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Upside Down podcast. My name is Ben. I am a host on this podcast, as you heard in the intro, and I'm here with John.
What's up, everybody? Hello.
Dude, this is so fun. So John is one of the baristas at the cafe.
Indeed, yes.
He's also my former roommate and current friend. So hopefully we don't get too insane on this because we can get a little insane. I'm very excited to talk to you. This feels like a long time coming. We've had a lot of conversations off camera. This is our first on camera. How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling good. It was This was very on the fly, but I'm excited for you to get to know who I am a little bit.
You didn't need to say that to them. They don't need to know all about that. So John has been on this podcast before, which you remember. It'll be posted by then. No, it is already posted. I'm insane. The spring seasonal episode, which was my first solo hosting episode, John was on. And we're lucky to have him back. We are going to be doing a little Meet the Barista action so we can get to know your boy over here. You ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I am indeed.
Let's get into it. So we're going to start where all good things start, which is your favorite drink. And on here it says brown sugar matcha or macchiato or lavi cap, which seem to be in different pen. So I'm guessing you just added that. Would you like to talk about any of those or all of those?
Yeah, I can talk about all of them really quick. So the brown sugar matcha, I feel like has always been a go-to ever since I started drinking matcha. And I've kind of thought that that'd be my favorite drink my entire time here, and I realized that when it came to a moment that I wanted to make a different drink known that it's my favorite or it's a go-to for me for different occasions or scenarios, I realized I wrote brown sugar matcha way too big. So that's why afterwards I added, it actually doesn't say macchiato.
I don't know if you can see this on the camera. I'm gonna try and get this on here. It's not going to focus, is it? Okay, it's okay. John just really crammed it in there, man. It's honestly impressive.
Actually, the macchiato one says mochiato because I add like a couple grams of mocha in it to enhance the flavor of the espresso.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong.
No, you're good.
Mochiato.
And also if I ever go try a new coffee shop, one of the main things I always get is a cap, but sometimes I like to see if their lavender is good. So lavender cappuccino or lavi cappy is another go-to for me.
What do you have a milk of choice? I know that's a pretty hot topic among our barista team. Do you want to enter into the battlefield?
Yeah. I personally think you should really only drink whole milk or dairy milk or 2%. There have been times in my life where I've drank non-fat. I've never liked almond. And there have been times where I honestly think I've drank every milk that you could probably think of. But I drink oat milk every now and then when I get matcha because my girlfriend likes oat milk.
Yeah.
And she also drinks dairy milk with me as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me it's it doesn't really matter. But if someone has a drink and they're oh, I accidentally put oat milk in it, I'm it's fine.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. That was a very diplomatic answer.
Yeah.
But you still made a stance. I respect that.
Yeah.
Let's get to hometown next. It says on here Chi-Town, Illinois.
Yeah. So born and raised in Chicago. I lived in Chicago. Well, I was born in the city-ish, and I lived around the city, in the Heights and in the suburbs.
Would you tell
South.
people that live in Chicago that you're from Chicago? Like, were you that much in the city, or is that
It
just what you say to people in California? Because we're
I if
not
well
familiar.
if they say like, oh, like in like from Chicago, I always say like, oh, I was born in like downtown Chicago Heights
Okay.
ish, which is like you see, if you think of Chicago, like it's like just like right there. I did it perfectly for the
That's
camera,
for audio listeners.
but
That's a bottom left corner.
yeah,
I
yeah,
believe.
yeah, 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 bottom, yeah. But yeah, I usually say I'm born in Chicago Heights because like it is like its own like district, but it is still a part of Chicago. It's just
Yeah.
like the ghetto part technically.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you miss Chicago? Do you have fond memories of it, or is it?
I've I have a lot of good memories. A lot of my good memories come from like being in the snow and being outside with my friends. Towards the later half of my time being there, I lived in like a suburb area, where like all my groups of friends, like all my friends kind of like lived. It was a trailer park, so we all lived in like another house. So
Oh,
like
that's cool.
every day after school we'd come back and like put all our stuff away and just like we'd meet outside like with all our bikes and everything like at like 4 p.m. every day or something. 4 p.m. But
That was the first just peak of an inside joke that's not gonna land.
but yeah, no, I definitely just miss like the weather in general. It could get really bad snow wise, but I still miss the snow. But yeah, just like being so close to friends. I guess like you'll grow out of that like wherever you live. Like I feel like people had like a taste of that. I feel like any kind of like elementary or middle school they went to, at
Yeah.
least to some extent. But yeah, I definitely do miss those two things most.
Yeah.
I don't really miss it entirely.
What
but-
about the wind? Is it really as windy as they say?
Yeah. So if y'all didn't know this, the Windy City stands for like yes, like the wind weather, but it also like stands for like a lot of political beliefs that
Oh,
I'm
really?
not like fully like aware of. But I think like cause Chicago, from what I remember, is like a town that, not to get political, but like it sways left or right very easily.
Ah,
Yeah.
windy. I see.
Yeah, but it is quite windy as well though. I've actually like I have a like it blizzards a lot and there's always a lot of storms, and I remember a couple of times like it'd be so windy. Like I think there was one time we were caught in a storm and it was so windy outside. We were running into a Kohl's when I was like 9, and as I'm running, like I was wearing sandals, I was wearing flip-flops, and they got blown off like
Dude.
into just the abyss of outside. It's probably like at 10 p.m. or something, but yeah, it does get pretty windy over there,
Wow.
which is kind of cool at times, but definitely really annoying. But yeah, like where windy came from technically came from like its politics. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Wow.
Fun fact.
More you know. Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really fascinating. I
Yeah.
really did not know that.
Yeah.
Dude, well, thanks for sharing about Chi-Town. Let's get into your talk to me about, because
Yeah.
this is where I want to spend the meat of our time. I'm just gonna go through them and we'll see where it takes
I don't
us.
think they're in any particular order, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first one, knowing you is particular order. It says Jesus /
Okay.
God.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Do you want to? Yeah. What do you? Why
So-
are you asking people to talk to you about that?
So like to put a very, very long story short, I had a very broken, like abusive household when I was young. Didn't know Christ, didn't know Jesus, didn't know God, to like whatever version of God like a person wants to believe. Like I believe
Yeah.
there's only one God. But the reason I put Jesus / God is because a lot of people, even if they have strong faith in a God, they don't believe Jesus was God.
Mm,
So and is God. So that's why I have like that on there as like a slash or both.
yeah.
But yeah, definitely I would love when people talk to me about that. Definitely more so now since working here than used to. I think being here at this cafe has definitely strengthened my ability to have conversations with people, especially like hard conversations around topics that might be a little touchy for a lot of people, as they were for me when I was younger.
Yeah.
By younger I mean like just before college, because I became a Christian end of my junior going into senior year of high school. But yeah, I actually didn't. It's kind of cool that knowing that that's the first one I wrote on there, because I didn't know that I wrote that one
Yeah.
first. But yeah, definitely is like something I'll never shy away from. Also, if like anyone ever asks me about my story, like I'll never shy away from like telling anybody about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm very proud, if you will, as to like the path I did take to find Jesus, and I think it's definitely a good one because like I'm very happy and grateful for the life I've had, even though it was like a bad one at most times, but also very grateful that I have a very hard story to be able to appreciate, and I think kind of experience God's love that much more. I think there's a beauty to growing up Christian and growing up not. I just happen to get one of the two. So yeah, that's like definitely why it's like very important to me. And even though I didn't know it, like I said, I had to put it first. I feel like a lot of other ones that are on there are kind of random, but
No, but it's
yeah,
good to have a little
yeah,
bit of both.
yeah,
I really love both parts of that answer because I think you really fit the ethos of Upside Down really well, which is having space to just listen to other people share their spiritual experiences and share your own, whether they're the exact same or completely different.
yeah,
We just want to be a place where people feel like they can exchange that
yeah,
stuff. And I feel
definitely.
like you model that really well
Thank
because
you.
I
Yeah,
mean, part of that is just me knowing you as a friend too, but
yeah,
you're really good at not shying away from sharing what you believe, but you're also really good at listening and trying to
yeah,
learn. And then the second part of that, your story is just really powerful. And I think a lot of people relate or can find some point of relation in it because, everyone can see around us that the world's broken at this point. We all, as we're recording this, there's protests in the city and it's heavy. All the time it's heavy. And a lot of our art shows and stuff, I feel like we're always talking about brokenness or how to
yeah,
fix the world. Like we just did this Tikkun Olam show, and we're not just doing it because we feel it, though we do, but we're also in our conversations with customers and people that come in for events and stuff. That's kind of the theme we're seeing.
yeah,
So not to say that it's this awesome thing that you just have this broken story. Obviously, nobody wants that, and I know you don't want that. But I really admire how you have used it to be an encouragement, and that takes a lot of vulnerability to be willing to share. So,
yeah. I appreciate it.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I mean, I benefited from it. I still remember when you first told me like your life story in our
yeah,
apartment, and
yeah,
it was a very impactful time for me to just get to sit and listen.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a open floor to everyone who may listen to this. Especially, I feel like our team here is I know it's probably only like it kind of like not makes me sad, but we mentioned something in the fall, not for like everyday like customers, but like for our team that will like get to know about like other baristas and like more about each other's story, which I'm really excited for. But
Yeah.
like yeah, I really would just love whenever people feel comfortable enough, because like then to ask you about just your life and tell you about their life, because at the basis of that there's some level that they see you as like just a person they can rely on, talk to, be comfortable with, not have to be judged by. And I'm really glad that people think of me that way, but also like yeah, it makes me sad a little bit that only you and the people who interviewed me for this job know my story.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, so I would definitely love to share more. I think there's a fine line between like sharing because you just want to boast your life and sharing because you hope that people can find hope in
Yeah.
someone else's story. But
That makes me think there was this event we tried to do, which kind of fell flat. I think it was more of a scheduling thing, but it was sort of like a campfire story night thing.
yeah,
And we were gonna do actual s'mores in some form.
yeah,
And I think the s'mores latte was around that time. And just have like a open mic, but you had to sign up. Um, Kind of thing where people can just share. And maybe that'd be a cool thing
yeah,
to revisit.
definitely something we could do in the future.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I agree. I love hearing people's stories. And it's really important to share. I think you almost get more clarity on your own story when you are watching someone else processing. And vice versa. When someone tells you a story, I find that it helps me iron out my own, which is weird because it's not
yeah,
mine. But
yeah.
yeah. Dude, I could talk about this forever.
Yeah,
with
I
you.
feel like we could stay on that
Yeah.
one for an entire hour. Yeah.
Let's get into some of the random stuff,
Yeah.
though. Not to say we don't have to be deep, but I do want to hit some of this other stuff because you're a very interesting guy. You got a lot of cool
Thanks.
hobbies. So next one in here is EDM and raves. Is there
So-
anything you want to say about that?
So yeah, I do believe there is a very I do understand why people believe there is a very like secular sinful view of raving and festivals in general. Like I think it makes sense. Like just like the nature of like substance abuse like like that. But I want people to talk to me about that because I love EDM music. I love electronic dance music is what it stands for. I love all sorts of like genres of it, whether it be like dubstep or house or like melodic stuff or hard techno or like stuff that's chill, stuff that's hype. I love all sort of electronic dance music, and I do love going to raves. I am a big time raver that I discovered. Like I've always listened to EDM since I was like maybe like 11 or 12, but I recently started going to like raves and festivals maybe like 2 years ago ish. But it's like when people tell me that like there's such a negative connotation to it, I just tell them it's just basically a concert just for
I was about to
electronic
ask,
music.
like dumb
Like,
question. A rave is just
It's
dance
it's
party with
basically
EDM, right?
yeah, it's basically like a festival. Like you can have festivals for like rap music,
Yeah.
but like I go to festivals for electronic music, and rave in most cases, if not all, like 90% of them, it's basically just like a concert like you would go to for rap or country just for
Yeah.
this other version of music. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool though that it has its own term, but I feel like people see that and can see it like at its heart. It's like very like sinful and cynical and stuff like that. But yeah, I just tell them I'm like you do the same thing when you go to concerts. Like
Yeah.
you're just going to see an artist that you like that you've listened to a lot. You go for like the energy and vibe of the music because that's the music you enjoy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's not on here, but that has gotten you into DJing yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So when I wrote this card, I didn't. I know I updated the drinks. I guess
So
I
gotta
should have.
get
I guess
the
I should have
talk to me about
updated.
it.
Yeah, I guess I should have updated. Yeah, that has gotten me into DJing. Very loosely for the past year almost. But definitely really intensely. I've been DJing for maybe the last like 4 or 5 months. Still trying to like grow my own sense of my own craft because
Yeah.
I don't play any instruments, but I do love music, which we'll get to more as
Yeah,
well.
there's a lot of music up
Yeah,
on here.
I do love music, and I love how I see DJing and other things on there that I put on the card that we'll talk about in a bit, but just as another form of expression of music.
Mm.
And so that's why I also started trying to learn how to produce and how to create my own sound. And even just for the art of DJing, I feel like the way you have musical artists, I feel like every DJ kind of has their own style, their own sense of like rhythm and sounds that you hear at their like specific concerts. So yeah, it's definitely a newfound passion that I think it was like really, really invigorated probably like 4 or 5 months ago, but definitely something I've always been loosely fascinated by, but not something that I felt was like, is this something that I want to pursue a little bit as like a side gig to like not forsake this kind of gift and love for music that like God has blessed me with. So
Yeah, that's awesome. So this is related,
yeah.
and I just want to tell the story of how this went down because I feel that you're going to be modest and not explain how insane this was. So the next thing on John's list is
Is it
beatboxing.
the actual next one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Beatboxing and acapella. Now, I want you to talk about it, but before that, I just have to explain how this happened. I moved in with John the start of our 3rd year of college, and we moved in September. He had told me that summer he had started messing around with beatboxing. The first week of school at UCLA, there's this thing called the Enormous Activities Fair where there's all these clubs that are out flyering trying to get people to join. John comes home with a flyer that he just walked by this a cappella group and grabbed it and they were like, you should try out. And he said he was a beatboxer or whatever. He goes to audition and gets the freaking thing. Like, you made it to callbacks, you made it through. There's only one beatboxer usually on an acapella team. So you just, I still can't fathom it. You just walked up, had no idea at the start of your day that you were going to be on an acapella group, and then ended that week being like, I joined acapella. That's sick. And then throughout the course of our 2 years living together, how insanely good you got. Because you were good at the start, but like where you are now is absolutely nuts to me. So I just want to say that because I feel that you being humble, you're not going to fully explain. But the audience needs to know when I say like John is into beatboxing and acapella, he's so good at it. And
thanks. Yeah,
you did it so quickly. Yeah, like right on cue. Thanks. Okay, that's my humble brag. Do you want to talk about why you love that? Why you want people to talk to you about it?
So I can't even really explain why I started picking it up. And about that, like the way I found it, it's kind of like they found me because I didn't even go to the actual Enormous Activities Fair. They were like flyering on Broom Walk, which is like just our main walkway. You have all these different clubs and people flying for you. And I'm like, no, thank you. No, I'm okay. Ignoring people. No, it's fine. Thank you. And then one of them was like, do you like to sing? And I was like, no, I'm okay. And like, do you like to beatbox? And I stopped and I was like, I mean, a little bit, I guess. And yeah, like, I think that was like on like a Tuesday or Wednesday. And yeah, by like the Friday I was in an acapella group. So, kind of crazy because through the course of those next 2 years, won awards at different competitions for being best beatboxer. I do it professionally now, for a professional entertainment group, who recently got renamed to Totality.
And really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's cool. They're based in LA. They have like, it's basically like a giant company of different beatboxers, tenors, sopranos, altos, basses, SATB, VP. But my specific group is called Jingle 5, and we perform in like the holiday season of like Christmas. So, that'll pick up again like around September. Which yes, I do. Like it is professional. Like I do get paid for my gigs, and I do get paid to do this. But
wait, so can you make a jingle bell noise?
I mean, I
that's pretty good.
Like sleigh chimes.
Let's go, Jingle 5.
But yeah, I would like to do more. They have more companies, so like I can audition for more companies to do it more times throughout the year, which is what I plan to do. But last year was my first year because they only, like, I think like they reached out to me after I graduated, saying they were looking for more beatboxers. So then I auditioned for them, and so yeah, last year was my first year, a few months ago, or like a handful of months ago. But yeah, definitely something I would like to do more in the future. Excuse me, and get more involved in, because like I said with DJing, it is I truly see it as like another instrument, and pursuing like my own expression of my own music. And like I do enjoy beatboxing. I think more so than beatboxing, I love being a vocal percussionist, a VP for acapella groups, and I truly think they are very different. I think good beatboxers can't always be good vocal percussionists, and likewise, I don't think good vocal percussionists can be a good beatboxer. But I started off beatboxing, and I've known other percussionists on our group that I started off being drummers. But
I think you're good at both.
Yeah,
I'll just say it.
But it's it's like beatboxing is kind of, or vocal percussion for acapella is like kind of like a cool meeting point between those who started off their life as drumming and those who started off just like pure beatboxing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that definitely more so than DJing is something that I've found like a really passionate love for. Like I said, I don't play any instruments. I've never, like, I didn't grow up with any kind of musical background. I've learned all my musical knowledge like just through my very knowledgeable a cappella group in college. And yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's bro, every time you talk about the VP, you just voice crack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, it's okay.
You know, a little choked up thinking about it.
The good old days, man.
Yeah.
Well, this is a perfect transition because the next thing on here is moose. And
Moose.
when you have
Yeah.
competed in competitions for beatboxing, you've gone as moose,
Yeah.
correct? Uh, there's so, and also if you're watching this video, his beanie says moose.
Maybe it says moose.
You might see him in the cafe, put his hands out to the side like antlers and yell moose.
I won't do the noise, but yeah, I do that.
Gonna break the microphone. So this really is the best thing. And this is the type of stuff we want people to put on the Talk to Me About because it's so random that it forces someone to like give into the curiosity.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, what do you
Why'd
mean
you
by
put
moose?
Yeah, like do you own a moose or something?
Yeah.
Also the fact that it's capitalized is great. So do you just want to talk about moose?
Yeah, so moose was given to me when I was actually I found out recently when my brother came out here, one of them found out it was given to me when I was born.
I love that saying it was given to me sounds like you were given a moose.
No, I was given the name Moose when I was born. As like a nickname from his point of view, to say it nicely, like because I had a really big head. Um, but if anyone listening to this has ever watched the Step Up series of dance movies, yes, I did receive the name Moose before the character Moose was a thing.
You're the OG?
Yeah, I'm the OG. But yeah, so it was a nickname I loosely went by growing up, mainly by my brothers and some friends. It has been a very strong nickname when I was in high school, basketball, which was like the main sport that I did most of high school, besides like running, track, which I found later. But like the main thing I did in high school was basketball, and that was my nickname then. And what was I gonna say? But when I started beatboxing and I started DJing, I was like, I need a stage name. Like, I don't know what to do. And so, yeah, like I kept Moose. I think Moose has been a big part of my journey in music. And it's like now, like I go to different beatbox competitions or like meetups or jams, and people know me. Like they know me as Moose. They don't know me like everyone knows each other by their stage name. They don't really know each other by their real names unless you like tell them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everyone knows me as Moose, or Moose Head. If you like know me on Instagram, yeah, my name is Moose Head. But yeah, that's that. It's just it's kind of like a loose nickname I go by nowadays. But if you know me from music, like my name is Moose. Yeah.
And the beanie.
I really enjoy it. My mom got me this when I turned 18.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, before we wrap up here, I really want to talk to you about quote. And I think it's two different quotes.
Yeah.
So I know both of these, but I'm going to read it as one quote. If you're not first, you're last, but the last shall be first.
I really don't.
It's really good.
I really don't know what I was cooking up when I wrote that down. I added this. So yeah, it is two quotes. I wrote the first one. I don't remember why I wrote the first one though. I think just like striving for success, I think can be seen as like a like not godly act or like not Christian act, but like I do believe that like in scripture it says faith without works is dead, and I do believe that can be applied to life. Like you're not just supposed to like believe in God and just like forget about him and like not live your life that is pleasing to him. And the way I live my life that is pleasing to him is using and pursuing these gifts and interests that he has blessed me with. And so kind of like a really like weird way of saying that if you're not first, you're last is just like striving for success in whatever area I do, whether that be wanting to go to school again to become a pastor or wanting to like be good in running or be good in beatboxing or DJing. Just like that idea, like internal mantra of, yeah, just like wanting more and like not being satisfied. Because I think a lot in my relationship with the Lord is that like I am grateful and satisfied because I have Jesus, but I'm not satisfied because like I just want a deeper connection. I want to know more.
Yeah.
I want more.
It's a weird balance.
Yeah, it is definitely a weird balance. But then I added the second part, if you're not first, you're last, or but the last should be first, like a quote from Jesus when he walked the earth. Really, like, together they make sense, but they also don't.
It's so
Like,
funny.
like I don't know why I wrote that. It's like almost like if someone reads that without the knowledge of scripture, they're kind of just like, okay, so then what the heck do you mean by this quote then?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I just kind of wanted to kind of like relate it back to my faith a little more. Like, but don't forget, like, to be humble in your journey, to give God the glory in everything you do, for you are only on this earth because he created you. And you only have the opportunity to love him because he loved you so much and loves you. So, like, yeah, wanting more, striving for success, but at the same time, like, never, if you're a Christian, never forgetting to give God the glory and the praise, because, like, anything we do on this earth that is seen as good, or any gift we have that is good, anything that is good, like, but the Bible says comes from the Lord alone.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, just when I don't remember exactly what I was thinking when I wrote that, but I think where I am now in life, that is how I interpret my year ago self.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, it's the perfect quote for you because it's incredibly funny and also incredibly deep. And that is just you at any given moment. Oftentimes both in the same moment.
Thanks. Yeah.
Well, John, it's been great talking to you.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
We'll have to do this again. Also, we talk all the time, so
Yeah.
we can do it right after this.
Yeah.
If you somehow haven't met John yet and he hasn't yelled at you across the room or said something insane to you, I don't think you've been at Upside Down, or you really were looking at the floor with headphones in. So please say hi to John. He will always be excited to say hi back. I've been asking this to end. Is there any profound quote you want to leave everyone with? Or just something deep? No one said anything yet, so you could be the first to contribute something.
Thanks for tuning in to the Upside Down podcast. If you have questions for us, you can email us at hello@upsidedown.com.
Thanks for listening.